Oh, hey guys, Alex Kahn here, and I'm pretty excited because in about 3 weeks, it's going to be Halloween Horror Nights 2022. And I was just doing some thinking here. You know how in the last few years I would actually, rate each house, even rank them? When I was rating those houses, I was kind of just, giving these scores on the fly. Like, oh, this is an 8 out of 10. This is a 7 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10. But I didn't really have a system for rating those houses. So I sat down and I wanted to come up with a more objective rating system. So what I came up with, I'm not sure if it's accurate or not, but this is what I came up with when I sat down for a few minutes. I came up with a 10-point system to rate a house, and there's going to be three main categories and then a bonus category. So the first three categories are worth 3 points each. That'll be 9 in total. And then the last category is worth 1 point, and that's kind of a bonus category. So here's how I break it down. The first category is set designs. So that would be a 1, 2, or 3. 3 if it's perfect. 2 if it's kind of average. 1 if it just was really disappointing. So that would be set design. And then the second category would be, I'm going to call it character. But character is going to be based on the performers, like what they're wearing, the makeup, the costumes, and personality. That would be my character category, but I think that's also important in an HHN house. The third big category, I'm going to call it story and execution. Basically, do all the elements come together to tell a well-told story? Is it executed well? That's my third category. And then my fourth category is, I call it the above and beyond category. Does this particular house do anything that's above and beyond? If so, that would be 1 extra point, and that would total a total of 10 points if everything is perfect. So that's how I'm going to rate the houses this year. Now, you're going to notice that for me, I didn't put like a rating based on scare factor, because I've been going for about 20 years to HHN. No house has ever scared me. It's just, a stage with a bunch of actors and performers. I don't find it really scary, but I find it entertaining. That's what's important to me. So let me try to apply my ranking system or my rating system to former and past HHN houses. So let's start with my favorite, House of a Thousand Corpses. So obviously this is going to be a 10, but I'll break it down to the set design. The set designs were perfect. They mimicked the movie exceedingly well. Like, I felt like I was in the movie, so that would be a perfect 3 right there. The characters, seeing Captain Spaulding walk around, seeing the crazy sister, seeing Otis, all those cool characters would come out to a 3 for me. Perfect. And then the story, the execution, everything came together to bring the House of a Thousand Corpses to life. And I just think, overall, that house deserved an extra 1 point, and for me, that earned a 10 point. So that was an obvious perfect house. But let's pick a different house. Let's pick a house that I really thought wasn't that great. So let's go to Nightingale, the Blood Pit. That's that one. I forgot what year that was, but that was a year where it's kind of like a gladiator arena. And then you had these gladiators getting eaten by giant carrion birds. So set design wise, it was very simple. I'm not gonna give it a 1. I'll give it a 2 to be generous. So Blood Pit gets a 2 in set design. Costumes and characters, characters, that would be costumes, personality. So we have, on one hand, these gladiators wearing their gladiator suits. I've seen it before. And then you had those giant birds, and the quality of those giant bird costumes. They looked like they were from like Halloween City, maybe even worse than that. I would say the coolest looking thing in that Nightingale house was that lion puppet, but even that was kind of lame. So I would give the character category a 1. The last category is story and execution. Did everything come together to tell a well-told story? Oh my gosh. That was like the most ridiculous house. Not even in an entertaining way. It was just so, for me, I thought it was bad. So I would give that a 1 as well. Did it do anything exceedingly well? I do not think it deserves that extra point. 4 out of 10, that's a fail. So Blood Pit was completely trash to me. Let me think of a house that was kind of average. Maybe The Haunting of Hill House. I remember that was one of the lowest rated houses from that year. Was that last year? So let me try that one. Set designs, I would give it a 2. It was kind of disappointing, to be honest, because I've watched the show, and I was disappointed that they didn't bring the set designs to life from that show. So I'd give it a 2. I'm not going to give it a 1. I'll give that a 2. And then costumes, or like characters, the character category. Yeah, the tall man. Yeah, that girl that had that thing going around. I would say the characters would. I'll give it a 2. I'm not going to give it a 3. So that's 4 points right there. 4 points. And then the last category, story and execution. I don't think they really told their story very well, so I'd give that a 1. So that would be a 5 out of 10 for The Haunting of Hill House. So those are just 3 examples of using past houses and using this new rating system for me for this year. There's probably some flaws with it. It's very simplistic, but I need something that I can use, quickly on the fly. So when I go to these houses this year, I'm gonna carry this little this notebook here, this little journal, and I'll just write down what I thought of each house using my rating system, and then at the end of the night, I can go back and refer to this journal. I could give you my overall thoughts on the first night of HHN for me. What do you guys think of my rating system? Is it fair? How do you guys rate houses? Do you guys have a system for it?